Why your brain turns small decisions into emergencies. You are trying to make a small decision. Nothing life-changing. Reply now or later. Take this route or that one. Buy it or leave it. Say yes or say no. But your body reacts like something serious is happening. Your chest tightens. Your thoughts speed up. You imagine every possible mistake before you have even made a choice. And suddenly, a tiny decision feels like an emergency. This is not because the decision is actually dangerous. It is because your brain is reacting to uncertainty as if uncertainty itself is a threat. Your brain was not built to love unanswered questions. It was built to keep you alive. For most of human history, uncertainty could mean real danger, a strange sound in the dark, an unfamiliar path, a sudden change in the environment. The brain learned to pay attention when the outcome was unclear. That system still exists. But now it activates over text messages, purchases, plans, conversations, and everyday choices. The danger is different. The alarm is the same. This is why you can know logically that a decision is small while still feeling emotionally overwhelmed by it. Your thinking brain says, "This is not a big deal." Your threat system says, "But what if it becomes one?" That question changes everything. Now you are not deciding whether to send a message. You are deciding whether the message could embarrass you, upset someone, damage the relationship, reveal too much, or create a future problem. You are not choosing what to wear. You are choosing how people might judge you. You are not buying a simple item. You are trying to avoid wasting money, making the wrong choice, and regretting it later. The decision stays small, but your brain attaches a much larger story to it. Psychologists call this catastrophizing. It means the mind takes an uncertain situation and rapidly expands it toward the worst possible outcome. You do not simply think, "Maybe this choice will not work." You think, "If this does not work, everything could become harder." Then the nervous system responds to the imagined future as if it is happening now. That is the strange part. Your body does not always distinguish clearly between a real danger in front of you and a vivid danger being created in your mind. If the mental picture feels convincing enough, the stress response begins. Your heart rate changes. Your muscles become tense. Your attention narrows. Your mind starts searching for a way to escape the risk. But there is no physical danger to run from. There is only a decision. So you delay. You check again. You ask someone else. You replay the options. You search for more information. For a moment, this feels responsible. But often, you are not searching for information. You are searching for certainty. And certainty is the one thing the decision cannot give you. No choice can promise that you will never regret it. No message can guarantee the perfect reaction. No plan can remove every future problem. The mind keeps analyzing because it believes the next thought might finally eliminate the risk. But each new thought creates another possibility, another problem, another reason to wait. This is how a small decision becomes an emergency. The brain interprets uncertainty as danger, then it uses thinking as an attempt to create safety. But the thinking produces more uncertainty, and the alarm becomes louder. Why does this happen more strongly to some people? Sometimes it starts with how mistakes were treated when you were younger, not as normal parts of learning, as evidence of something wrong with you, careless, irresponsible, disappointing. When that happens enough times, your brain stops seeing decisions as experiments. It starts seeing them as tests you cannot afford to fail. So a wrong choice no longer means, "That did not work out." It means, "I should have known better." Your mind begins reviewing every option in advance, trying to eliminate the possibility of being wrong before you even begin. That habit of scanning, predicting, and preparing once made sense. It may have helped you avoid real consequences in an environment where small mistakes created large reactions. But your nervous system does not automatically update when the environment changes. It keeps running the same protection software in situations that no longer require it. You are not indecisive because something is broken. You are careful because your brain once learned that careful decisions protected you from something painful. The pattern made sense then. It is just costing you more than it is giving you now. Decision fatigue can make this significantly worse. After hours of working, responding, planning, and managing your emotions, your mental capacity drops. That is why choosing dinner after a long day can feel harder than making an important decision first thing in the morning. The choice did not become more complex. Your capacity became lower. And then you criticize yourself for struggling with something that should feel simple, which adds more pressure, which makes the alarm louder. The emergency grows not because the decision is bigger, but because your resources are smaller. The first step out of this pattern is to separate the real decision from the imagined emergency. Ask yourself one question. What is actually happening right now? Not what might happen next week. Not what someone might think. Not what this could mean about you. What is happening right now? Maybe you are choosing between two acceptable options. Maybe you are sending a normal message. Maybe you are deciding whether to attend something. Maybe you are selecting a meal. Name the decision without the story. The story says, if I choose wrong, I may ruin everything. The reality says, I am choosing between two reasonable options. That difference matters. The next step is to measure the real cost of being wrong. Not the emotional cost imagined by your anxiety. The practical cost. Can the decision be changed? Can you send another message? Can you return the item? Can you adjust the plan? Can you apologize? Can you try something different tomorrow? Most daily decisions are repairable, but the threat system treats them like permanent doors. Once you recognize that the choice can be adjusted, the nervous system has less reason to treat it as an emergency. You can also give small decisions a small amount of time. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The time limit should match the real importance of the choice. Do not give a $5 decision the same mental space as a 5-year decision. This does not mean acting carelessly. It means refusing to let anxiety determine the size of the decision. When the time is over, choose the option that is good enough. Not perfect, not guaranteed. Good enough. Psychologist Herbert Simon used the term satisficing to describe choosing an option that meets your important needs instead of searching endlessly for the absolute best. The absolute best is often impossible to prove. There may always be another option, review, opinion, or possibility. But good enough can be identified. It fits the budget, solves the main problem, and does not violate your values. Then you choose. This is how you teach your brain that uncertainty can be survived, not by eliminating it, by acting while it is present. The next time the alarm appears, do not wait until you feel completely calm. That may take too long. Instead, notice the sensation. Your chest is tight. Your thoughts are moving quickly. Your mind is predicting consequences. Then say, my brain is treating uncertainty like danger. This is not a command. It is an alarm. An alarm can be loud without being accurate. You do not have to fight it. You do not have to prove it wrong. You only have to stop letting it make every decision for you. Then make one small choice before the anxiety finishes its argument. Send the short reply. Choose the first acceptable option. Say no without writing a paragraph. Pick the route and begin driving. Let action interrupt the loop. At first, this may feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is important. It is the feeling of your brain losing an old safety behavior. The old behavior was to think until certainty appeared. The new behavior is to choose with enough information and trust yourself to respond afterward. That is how self-trust is built. Not by always choosing correctly, by knowing that one imperfect choice will not destroy you. You can adapt. You can repair. You can learn. You can change direction. A confident person is not someone who sees the future clearly. It is someone who believes they can handle a future they cannot fully predict. There is also a question that can cut through overthinking quickly. What would I choose if I knew I could handle the result? Notice what this removes. It does not remove risk. It removes the belief that one difficult outcome would make you helpless. That belief is often the real emergency. You are not only afraid of the wrong decision, you are afraid you will not know what to do afterward. But you have handled outcomes before. You have changed plans. You have survived awkward moments. You have recovered from wasted time, lost money, misunderstandings, and disappointment. Your brain remembers danger more easily than recovery. So remind it. The last time something went wrong, you responded. It may not have been easy, but you responded. That evidence matters more than another hour of prediction. Small decisions do not need perfect confidence. They need proportion. A small choice deserves a small amount of fear, a small amount of thought, and a small amount of time. The goal is not to become careless. The goal is to stop treating every uncertain moment like the beginning of a disaster. Drop a comment and tell me the smallest decision your brain has turned into the biggest emergency this week. A text message, a meal, a plan. I want to know exactly which one stopped you. In the next video, you will find out why your brain stays on high alert even after the problem is solved, and why finally feeling safe can sometimes feel more unsettling than the danger itself. You are trying to make a small decision, and now you know why it feels so large. The decision was never the emergency. The alarm was.